Good morning. It's the middle of Labor Day weekend. How exciting. Um, Frenchie will be happy to know that I woke up around 4 this morning. So even if she does do the bullhorn on the Alaska cruise, cruise, whatever it is, the cruise thing, um, I will already be up and I'll probably be having eggs and bacon already. I'll be ready to go. Although I haven't eaten yet this morning. I have some plans after I do a quick stream. I don't know how much I'm going to tap into Girl World today because it's so toxic. You guys, it's so bad. It's so bad. I mean, you got Chantel raging for like an hour about her ex lover. He wasn't a boyfriend. He didn't claim you. He was an ex lover that you paid for in many ways. You paid for in a lot of ways. Um, and if you're going to keep throwing out the DV claim, then you got to show us how you were not a willing participant in what happened there. Like you were chasing him around. So I don't even know what to say about that. But I've watched it on a few different React channels and it's hard to get through. I've been trying to like consider all angles of how do I cover this. I'm like, I can't. I just uh the amount of toxicity there, the amount of focus, and she's supposedly married to somebody else and focusing so much energy on an ex lover. That's really gross, Chantel. That's really gross. I get it, you're lonely in Thailand and all that. But you made your own life choices. So there's that. Hey, Danny, why are you up so early? What are you doing up so early? Mm, I just don't know that I can cover it today. Girl, how are you? I miss you. I miss you too. Um, I'm doing better this week actually, Danny. It's 6 p.m. I thought you were back in the States. I don't know where you are. Doesn't really matter. I'm not trying to dox you or anything. I thought you were coming to the I made some assumptions. Dubai. Okay. Is it really hot there right now? I bet it is. It's gonna start cooling off pretty soon though, I think. It's gonna be 80 here today. Yeah, you should. I mean, you should at least do a America vacation, right? That's how it was when Danny, like, it was so hot when I lived in Virginia. There was only like 2 weeks in the fall and 2 weeks in spring that I could actually go out and be out, outside. If I ever come, I'm stay with you for a whole day. All right. Okay. I still got to work on that side bedroom. I need to get the floor repaired and I need to get like a futon or something in there. because I had a couple of activists who came in and basically ruined my furniture. So, I have some large items I need to get, like the large pickup from the trash to take the box spring and the. Well, one of them was seriously bad. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't turn the sound off. Hold up. Let me handle that real quick. Okay. One of them was seriously mental. Well, they both were, but in different ways, right? So, she did not tell me that she was actually houseless before she came to stay with me. That she was living in, what are those things called where you store all your, like a storage place where you store all your things? She was living in something like that. And she was being dishonest about it. So when she came in, um, she started like eating in the room a lot and leaving out dirty plates. And so there was a severe ant infestation in that room. And she wasn't paying me. She was supposed to pay me rent and stuff. So I basically kicked her ass out of my house, right? And she got the sheriff to come and collect a few things like her medications and stuff like that to and then we had some mutuals that came and got the rest of her crap and put it in storage. I guess that's what you call it, put it in storage, right? She was so disgusting, and she's like, I'm your equal, I rent from you. I'm like, you're not paying me, so how are you renting from me? And therefore you cannot look in this room. So when the sheriff came in, they said, you're going to have to get an exterminator because she's apparently been sleeping in ants. It's all over your furniture. Plus, she didn't bathe. She was kind of like Chantel and Amberlynn that way. She did not bathe the entire time she lived with me. All she would do is put like lavender oil all over herself. And whenever she was distressed, she would just like douse it even more so. Like just put it on even stronger. So it was this putrid scent that was going through my condo. And I'm like, I can't handle this anymore. I can't imagine. It was bad. It's terrible. And it's not like she was opening the windows to air it out or anything. Like it was bad. And so I had to kick her out, but I had to be inventive about like how do I get rid of this bitch, right? How do I get her out? So I started playing King Diamond really loud. Like it was blasting King Diamond. Pancakes to impress. Mix 14 gallons of mayonnaise with 1 teaspoon of water. Stir vigorously for 11 hours and serve cold. I kind of feel like you're just trolling my channel, right? Just trolling my channel at this point. Um, so I had to get rid of her, and the other one was a paid troll. He was getting paid through gift cards from what I can only assume was the combo couch, and said he was here to investigate them, but it turned out he was here to investigate me. And I'm fairly certain that he stole a gift card that I got from Unite Here Local 11 for it was like a $500 gift card, and I have no idea where it is. It's just gone. There was only a couple of times I left him alone in my condo. Eve, knock it off. If you want to be a part of this chat, knock it off. I know. I know. Well, that's why I'll never do it again. I will never do it again unless it's somebody I actually know. But in the case of the second activist, I thought I knew her. You know what I mean? Like, she was hired by the Progressive Democrats of America to do some web stuff for them. And so, based on their involvement with her, I thought she was trustworthy, right? I get you. It feels like you know people, but you don't. Yeah. I was pretty shocked. And, my ex boyfriend is one of the people who came and, like, got all her shit emptied because she had some in my garage. She had some in the bedroom. She had shit all over the place, right? And he put it in storage, and some of it went into his garage. And about a year later, he's like, yeah, you were right. She was storing food in the garage, and we had an ant infestation as well because of what she was doing. Just do a good background check before letting them in. I don't know that she actually has any. You can be gross without having a criminal history. You know what I mean? Like, you can still be gross and disgusting without having a criminal history. I I just don't find it funny. If I don't even find your screen name funny, so I mean, it's up to you if you want to be a good participant or if you want to head out. That's up to you. That's right, but just to be on the safe side, make sure no criminal history. Yeah, it's probably a good idea. Um, I had never really rented a room out to anybody that I didn't know before, like that I didn't know very well. Um, there were only two times before that I rented out my second bedroom when I was living in Laguna Hills. And it was my brother and his first wife. And the other one was a friend of mine from college who I was hanging out with all the time. So I knew that these were trustworthy people, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you can coexist in a living situation. It can still be pretty bad. But anyway, Chantel looked really high as fuck yesterday. And I guess she kind of admitted that she went to Thailand because weed is legal. She's been dropping hints about that for a while. She was talking about like the weed mall that she saw on her way to the big mall. Oh no, I didn't. Did you see the Jeffree Star store opening? Was that this weekend, Danny? Chatsworth. Fucking Chatsworth. What the hell, even? Who the hell is gonna drive up to Chatsworth for that bullshit? Yesterday, Labor Day weekend, Jeffree Star opens his store. It's just far. It's like, I'd have to Google it, but I think it's in the San Fernando Valley. It's not, when he says this, like an LA store, that's not an LA store. That's off the beaten path. It's not, you're not going to get like foot traffic at that store. You know what I mean? Like it's not anywhere convenient at all. And I don't know why it needed to be so large that it looks like a warehouse. Wouldn't it have been better to have a smaller store in a better location? Like say West Hollywood? Wouldn't that wouldn't that have been a better choice for him? I don't know what he was thinking. It's huge. Third store is opening in Nashville. This has to have something to do with the fact that he's constantly courting straight men, right? Because he's not going for the type of locations that would make the most sense for somebody who considers themselves non binary, you know? Yeah, dude's got a lot of money. Well, he's blowing it. He's just blowing his money. If he put a store in West Hollywood, he would get foot traffic every day. But who the fuck is going to drive the hell out of their way to a warehouse in Chatsworth? All right, take care, Eve. Um, I don't get his marketing strategy at all. It really doesn't make sense to me because he could actually probably make a lot of money if he got a storefront in West Hollywood, you know? Oklahoma, I know, based on what Amber Lynn has said, there is supposedly a pretty strong LGBTQIA community in Oklahoma. So maybe that would be a better location to open up. But what's he doing trying to solicit cowboys? You know, like, what's going on there? He's always that's what makes him out to be such a creeper is that he's always trying to hit on people who are not going to be interested in him. And so it looks like he's trying to make a conquest. I feel like he's gonna open it all over America year by year. Well, we'll see if he has enough money to do that because it seems like his product doesn't sell, Danny. It seems like he's having a hard time selling his product and he's just blowing his wad right now. I don't know what to tell you on that, but like he's making some bad business decisions in my opinion. He's like, who the hell's gonna go up to Chatsworth? Yeah, his products are not doing well, but I remember him saying he got 10 other secret businesses. Well, I don't know. I have no idea what he's doing on the side. Oh, let me shift. a shift. Okay. I got a shift. So, I don't know that I can cover that live stream that she did. It was so toxic and weird, and it just made me really uncomfortable that she couldn't stop talking about this ex lover. Oh, did she fly out for it? Eugenia Cooney. I think there's a few new videos out about her too. There's a few people who have covered it, Danny, that I just don't. I watched it on Are You Serious's channel, and it just it made me really uncomfortable watching her just go on about Natter, who supposedly is married to Dee Dee now, right? And she is supposedly married to Salah, the Barb's lady, the dollar store, Jeffree Star, Paul, and Eugenia. Well, I bet that's going to be the one and only time they go to that store because it is so poorly located. And the only reason they were there is because Jeffrey wanted them to be there and probably paid for them to be there. You know what I mean? Because he wanted a big crowd. And, like, if you're traveling to California, let's say you're Eugenia Cooney and you're traveling to California and you're like, oh, I'm going to be hanging out in Chatsworth. Hang out in Chatsworth. This sounds like so much fun. They're only friends with him because Jeffrey pays for their shit. Well, that's why they get called the recyclers. They have some sort of system of recycling their money so that they can advance themselves in these TikTok battles. For what? I mean, I guess it's so that you get invited to um, some sort of big event at the end of the year, but Eugenia never gets invited anyway because they see her as problematic. She got shut down last year. So why bother? And she cannot battle right now. Like a lot of people are rejecting her battle requests because she's age restricted. So what are you gonna do with that? She's got to figure out something else. If that, I don't know that she really needs the money anyway, because her parents are apparently pretty rich. They live in a mansion. So I don't know that she needs the money, but this is like her video game that she does all day. So weird when people are addicted to like video games and stuff and they go for hours and hours and hours. That's exactly what's going on with Eugenia and Jeffrey and all of their friends. How did he even draft Barb's into this mix? She's like the most miserable friend. She's so miserable. What a joke. Oh my god. I don't know how that happened. But yeah, I'll maybe take a look for that footage. Maybe I'll cover that because I kind of the Chantel stuff is just kind of getting under my skin. It's like, girl, I get it. You're depressed. You're lonely. It's very sad for you to be on vacation in Thailand by yourself. You feel like you need to self medicate with a bunch of weed. But watching her rage out on the ex lover, I don't need that. I don't need that. Like, if you were serious about your DV accusations, then you wouldn't have been chasing him all over the place. You wouldn't have defended him and given him an alibi when somebody had a rape accusation against him, right? So it seems pretty consensual from what I'm looking at here. She was totally into that. And she was reminiscing about like the first time they met, all kinds of shit, you know? Can you imagine doing that over and over again about like an ex lover? That's so obsessive. It's um it's really unhealthy, and it's especially not good if she has an actual serious relationship with Salah, which I think all of us doubt that she does at this point. Um, that would be very harmful, I think, to her marriage for her to continuously bring this topic up. Just my 2 cents, right? And then apparently Amberlynn has Tommy in town now. I don't know that I can dive into that either. Like, I don't know that I can dive into the feeder story this weekend, you guys. I'm just like, I need to like maybe watch some more House of Dragon. Just like think of other things because some of this bullshit is just so bad. Um, and I've been exploring other channels, React channels, and I'm realizing that a lot of the reactors are really bitter. They've obviously been doing it a lot longer than me. They have more feels involved with what's going on. Um, and I'm just not at the same level there where I need to attack the people around me that way. Although, I did see one this morning that went over Just Breezing, and that live stream, I'll be real, was so crazy that I might actually cover that. I might cover the Just Breezing live stream if that was recent. If that like happened within the last 24 hours or something, I might cover it. But I have to eat something. I got to figure this out. So that's where I'm landing today. I am not going to cover the Natter Rage and her getting all high in her room, her hotel room. I'm glad that she says she's finally going to order some laundry service. Finally going to clean the clothes, you guys. Good for you, Chantal. That's nice. She bought a bunch of chips and some cucumbers. And then she's like, I don't want to eat the cucumbers. That was like the safest thing you bought. Why only cucumbers? Like, you just like, do you have like some ranch or something you're gonna dip them in? Like, what do you, why just cucumbers? I don't, I mean, that's not how I would travel. That is not the kind of travel I would do. Anywho, Danny, it was great to see you. I hope you have a great Labor Day weekend. Even though you're in Dubai and they probably don't have Labor Day, right? They probably don't have Labor Day, but um, it's nice to be in touch with you again. And we'll see. I might actually cover that Just Breezing live stream because that was some crazy ass shit. And it was, it says so much about her, you know? It really does. It says so much about her. But anyway, I hope you all have a great weekend. Take care and enjoy yourselves.